Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night even for some. We welcome you back to the People's Republic of China here in Shanghai, where we'll continue the action for the 2025 Women's Series final. A final that was cut short halfway through pool play yesterday after we experienced some weather issues. After starting the day with sunshine and some amazing games, including victories for some of the favorites, crazy upsets, and even an overtime buzzer beater, the weather turned on a dime. We were all ready for a blockbuster between the Netherlands and Spain, two of the winningest teams in all of women's 3x3 this season, when the auspicious clouds rolled in and blanketed the venue with heavy rain showers. Precipitation hit the court and play was delayed for a few hours, with hopes of restarting in the evening. Unfortunately, when we reconvened, the court was deemed unfit for play, and because player safety comes first, the decision was made to postpone the rest of the action to today, hence the bright and early start. Not only did we move the remaining 6 games of pool play, we also moved up the knockout rounds to avoid the expected showers later in the day. FIBA 3x3 shall not be deterred. We will crown a winner today, no matter what. My name is Boz Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain, and I'm your host for all of today's action. That is the pinnacle event to a 15-stop 2025 Women's Series season, a season in which the Netherlands was dominant. The Dutch picked up 3 victories in Chengdu, Amsterdam, and Vienna. They also started their campaign here with a win. They took down the Shanghai Redwings, the host team. And Julia Joritsma, Ilse Kuyt, and Evelien Lutje-Schippel make their way to the court. They were all sharp, but the sharpest of them all was the world's number 1. There she is, Janice Boonstra, 8 points, 8 boards. Was very efficient from the field, and her hustle and efficiency again brought their team a 21-12 W. They were ready to get started on that second game too. All warmed up, focused, ready, and then the action got delayed. And this one's a blockbuster because they're facing Spain. Spain also one of the winningest teams this year. 5 events played, first in 3 of them. Top 5 in all of the stuff they did. Their first game wasn't as easy as the Dutch. The Ulaanbaatar Amazons ground them to a halt. Their offense was slow to start the game. They were down early and managed to come back late in that game. And it was mainly Gracia Alonso out of pick and roll action that got it done. She's joined by Juana Quimilion, Sandra Igueravide, and Vega Jimeno. And Spain is looking to adjust from that first game, I should say. Both these teams featured at the Europe Cup just last week in Copenhagen. Both teams medaled. The Dutch, of course, picking up a gold. Spain, a first ever bronze medal. They hadn't had that one yet. They picked up silver and gold at the Europe Cup before. It just didn't have this color yet. So now they have them all. And again, these teams have met up quite a bunch over the last few years. Overall, going way back to 2016, a 12-7 record for Spain. There's your world's number 1, Janice Diba Boonstra, the heart and soul of the Dutch squad. Defensive energy, shooting ability, as well as the capability of posting up mismatches down below. There's Sandra Igueravide. Had a good end of the year. Started out a little bit slower. Shooting came along in Debrecen and carried over to the Europe Cup. Hasn't quite carried over here. She went 0 for 5 from range in that first game against the Amazons. But again, both these teams have had a night to adjust. Have set their alarm clocks early to get the action going. These teams played twice during this year, twice in the semifinals. In Orleans, it was Spain who picked up a 17-14 win, and then in Debrecen, to close out the regular season, an overtime win in the semifinals for Spain, with Jimeno hitting her 7th point for the game winner. And we'll be springing with you all day. This is the first of 6 pool play games that we finish out around 12 o'clock. We'll grab a little bit of lunch, and we'll be right back to it at 1:30 with the knockout rounds. Here we go. Chameleon. Stuck on the baseline, defended by Joritsma. Gets it to Igravide. Igravide with a step back, and it's just off the mark. Spain get it back though. Pick and roll action. Igravide working behind the screen. Midi pull up for Sandra. And this time it's the Dutch who take control of Wilson. Julia. Joritsma can't open up a score for the Dutch. Both teams still looking for that first bucket. 30 seconds in. Gracia Alonso, how good was she yesterday? At the end of the game, when it matters most, she came through with pick and roll after pick and roll finish. There's Boonstra going against Igravide. Boonstra way off the mark. Both teams missing a little bit of sharpness here early. Igravide on the drive, now blocked by Joritsma. Guys, good hands by Chameleon. Juana was beat, but managed to poke the Wilson away. It's out of bounds. Look at the quick hands by Juana Chameleon. Guys, no. And that is a shot clock violation. As expected. Team struggling a little bit here. And look, a rain delay like that will take something out of you as a player. That was to be expected. Chameleon. Spain's on the board. And the Dutch answer. Pick and roll action for the Netherlands and a foul called. That's the first on Spain. Joritsma and Igravide will take a seat. It's Boonstra and Alonso taken to the quarters. We look back at Chameleon. Soft touch on the glass. Open look. Shot back. Dutch move the ball around. Got to the basket. Hangs. That was halfway down, but will not go. Fouled on the play though. Free throws coming up for Ilse Kuit, who led the entire women's series in twos made. In her return, nice return because, of course, Ilse Kuit has been part of the Netherlands programs of years past, especially going into the pre-Olympic cycle in 2020, and decided to hang him up for a couple years. Some other things. Now has come back full force, a huge part of this Netherlands team. Fouled by Alonso. Spain's expended 3 fouls here in the first 2 minutes and are trying to play physical with the Dutch.
Now, if you do the 3x3 basketball, you want to look at the foul count. When they get to 7, that's when things enter the penalty.
With the hesitation, and it's just off the mark. Netherlands have gotten some really good opportunities here, but haven't managed to capitalize on most of them. Stuck at 1 point for now.
Now, both these teams have had an incredible season so far. Each having won 3 different spots.
No good. Joritsma saves it. Skipple. The Dutch have 3 seconds left. A wild shot there. Forced by the end of that shot clock. And Spain take over yet again. This one into Alonso. Igravide pick and pop action. No.
They're all confident now.
Skipple, then Joritsma. Look at Skipple finishing through the contact. Then Boonstra almost manages to get her team an extra possession.
3 minutes later now is 2-1.
It's out of bounds. That leaves Spain 9 seconds to work with. But look at the precision from the Dutch. This has been working all year, just surgical. Chameleon, some space, pulls up for 2, and it's down. Juana, the only one on the Spanish team to knock down a 2-ball yesterday in their one game. remains the lone Spain player to be able to knock down a shot. And this Spain team, usually a good shooting team. 25% overall from two on the year. With Jimeno leading the way. Jimeno, by the way, 5th in scoring on the season in points per game. 7.4 averaging. So she's had a really good year.
Here we go, Spain's ball from the logo.
First TV time out of the way, and it's Spain's check ball on the logo. You get out Vide to separation, but that shot won't count. An offensive foul as Chameleon pushed off on the screen. So even though Sandra just hit her first two, it will be waved off, taken off the scoreboard. Spain holds a 1-point lead after 3 minutes. And the Dutch, well, they throw it away and they get it right back. And now an offensive foul on the Netherlands. Likke Schiphol, too much physicality on the post up. First foul on the Dutch. Spain's at 4. Chameleon out of the pick and roll. Oh, how good has she been? Juana giving her team a spark here. Usually not the highest of scores. She's tasked with guarding the opposing team's best ball handler, but in this case, giving Spain life here early on. Boonstra, ooh, got the chair hold. Gracia, smart defense. So it's Spain that's looked a slight bit sharper, but look at this. Gracia just pulling the chair, and Janice Boonstra stumbles and turns the ball over. And another foul in the Netherlands now under the basket. If you're wondering, by the way, conditions today are as good as the start of yesterday's pool play. Sweltering heat, some high humidity, just like we like it. And Vega comes through. The bump and the bucket for Jimeno. Strong finish. Pick and roll action. Vega takes the contact and puts it in off the glass. A free throw coming up to boot.
It's good.
And that's down in Spain now with a 4-point lead. And Spain they Dutch keep turning the ball over. Usually a very secure team.
Again, that's going to be a foul call against Schiphol.
3.6 turnovers per game. Best here in the field on average this year. But they've obviously been hit a little bit by that delay. Not the sharpest of starts for the Netherlands here. 2 points after 4.5 minutes of play, and Spain just continue to keep on going. Boonstra, a look. That is down for the Dutch. Much needed two ball. You get a Vide on the move. Scoop shot is off, but a foul again by the Netherlands. Too handsy. Boonstra, though, getting wide open, and your world number one splashing like a kiddie's bath. Sandra secures one from the stripe. Spain with a double possession lead here. Good separation and hydration. Two balls in a row for the Dutch. Sandra with the answer. That's down as well. All threads for Spain. And then Spain get the ball back. Another turnover in the Netherlands. Alonso is hacked underneath the basket. Hard foul by Janice Boonstra. Look at the separation on Gout. Straight cash. And then Sandra with a timely answer for Spain. Now see Alonso at the stripe. been a good free throw shooter all year. Over 80% this one. Down the drain. Past the halfway mark. And so far a game dominated by Spain. Kuyt, oh, she dropped Chameleon. Kuyt can't finish up the play though. Boonstra, or actually Lucky Schiphol, apologies. Fighting for that board and getting the score. Now Spain almost turned it over. Now leave 4.6 seconds on the clock. Possession will remain with the Spaniards. Jimeno forced 2-ball. Wants a foul, and referee's not having it. The Dutch get a warning. Delay a game. Their sub came onto the court and took a little bit too long. Boonstra to Joritsma. Joritsma to the rack. Hangs, can't hit in an offensive foul called as Alonso stood her ground, took the contact. Big defensive stance here by Spain, who have been clamping down on the Dutch all game long. Look at Joritsma on the move. Alonso steps in, takes the contact. That is a clear offensive foul. Now the Dutch in foul trouble. They're into bonus. Next defensive foul will mean 2 Spain free throws. Sandra with the separation. An offensive foul then. So both teams out there hacking. It's exactly what you expect from a blockbuster like this. These are 2 of the winningest teams in all of 3x3 all year. 2 medals for the Dutch at the World Cup and the Europe Cup, both gold. Spain a medal at the Europe Cup. Didn't do as well at the World Cup. The Dutch, though, without their offensive ace, no MVP 3 in this one. Ilse Kuyt, though, happy to take over scoring duties. No score. And that has gotten us to the second TV timeout in an entertaining game so far. Some struggles early for both teams, and it was Spain who came out a little bit sharper and have managed to pull ahead. And the Dutch have been trying to fight back. They've limited their turnovers over the last few minutes. But Spain has stuck with them in the scoring department and now still hold on to that 3-point lead. And this will most likely be for supremacy of Pool A. And let me remind you, since we're in 14 pools, number 1 in the pool will get a bye, go straight to the semifinals. Number 2 team in the pool will play the quarterfinals first. So that number 1 spot is much coveted, as it limits the amount of games you have to play today. Guys, no room for a shot. 1 on the shot clock. Kuyt throws up a prayer, and it just grazes the rim. Off the mark and out of bounds. Possession back over to Spain. Handoff action for Iker Davide. Iker Davide on the move. The 40-year-old with the scoop shot. How good has she been? A great season yet again for the longest, maybe not the longest with Vega, but one of the longest tenured Spain players. And again, Sandra taking over. Electra Vide with 2 buckets in a row to get Spain a 5-point lead. The Dutch bring it back to 4. We're under 3 minutes. It's 3-on-2 now. Joritsma out of the play. Jimeno. That 2-ball's been eluding her all tournament long, and a foul on Spain now. That's their 6th.
Spain now on 16 fouls, 1 more, and they'll also into the penalty being free throws.
Boonstra. And a foul on the floor. And that's Spain's 7th. So Janice Boonstra and Diva to the stripe. And a chance for the Dutch to come back. Now a technical foul assessed as well. So this could be a big momentum swing in the game as the frustrations boil over for the Spaniards. And the Netherlands now with 3 freebies to try to bring that Spain lead down to a point. Boonstra secures the first. Now we get the free throws off of the foul. Second one down as well. Important free throws these, as it looked like Spain was pulling away in the later part of the game, and this could bring the Dutch back to within 1. And the world's number 1, and this is the last one. Camilleon. Vega's got a mismatch. And there's a foul in the Netherlands, so now Spain will take a trip to the free throw stripe. This game's been defined by a ton of physicality and fouls here. How's Kimino on the stripe? And that Spain lead is swelling back up. It's 3 points now. I think that, well, remains 3. In and out in the last free throw for him, you know. Boonstra to the basket. No space. Now Joritsma on the move. Joritsma with an easy layup. Good take by Julia Joritsma. Camilleon answers answers for Spain. Quick turnaround for the Netherlands. ELS off the mark. Joritsma, very important in this phase of the game. A couple of big buckets for Julia.
2 minutes remaining.
Sandra. To Jimeno to Sandra. Wow, the chemistry. Well, that was great chemistry, but not a great finish.
It's a perfect pack. Perfecto.
Joritsma, 3 on the shot clock. Lobs it into Boonstra. Boonstra off the mark. Had to rush the shot because of the shot clock. The awareness was there, the touch was not. Igravide. Give and go action. Snuffed out. Spain retains the possession, but only 2.3 left on the shot clock. As Ilse Kuyt returns to the court and Joritsma takes a seat. Take a look at Camilleon throwing that in reverse. And then Joritsma speeds to the rack. Jimeno. Nope. We're under 2 minutes here. And a 1-possession game. Kuyt's trying to change that and does that for the Dutch. Shreds the threads. And we're tied at 15. Just over 60 seconds to go. In a heavyweight clash between the Netherlands and Spain. It's Ilse Kuyt picking up the scoring with a pure 2-ball. No score, but another foul in the Netherlands. And this time it's Wana who will take it to the free throw stripe. ELS, too much physicality there on the drive. 9th foul on the Netherlands. Close to that dreaded double bonus. And Camilleon off the mark. Usually a very good free throw shooter at 90%, but this one's just short. Second one short as well for Camilleon. The Dutch with a chance now. Pick and pop action. Boonstra, your world's number 1 off the mark. Offensive rebound, Netherlands. Kuyt. Another offensive rebound for the Dutch. And they can't get a score. Under a minute to go. Pool A supremacy on the line. Who will come out on top? Will it be the Netherlands? Will it be Spain? Camilleon stuck, difficult shot. And the Dutch snag another board. Kuyt, a look. And Jimeno secures the board for Spain. Sandra is on the bench. Camilion and Vega link up. A fake and a midi for Camilion. And that is out of time. That shot clock went off. So with 14.4 seconds to go, the Dutch take a timeout and have a possession to try to secure themselves a lead going into the final stretch of this game. This one's been tightly contested. Spain has taken a multi-possession lead on several occasions, but have not been able to pull away fully from this scrappy Netherlands team that have dominated the boards and have now clawed themselves back to a 15-15 tie. Can they get a dub here in the last 14 seconds? They go with Kuit, Boonstra, and ELS. High post action for the Netherlands. They get it to Kuit. Kuit, pick and roll with ELS. Kuit steps through the contact. No whistle on the play. Another player on the floor. Everybody's down right now, and we are going to overtime. Bodies everywhere. Juana's still down.
Here we go. Here we go. Bodies on the line. It is so physical out there on the court.
So first it was Ilse Kuit driving to the basket. She got tripped up. No call on the play. And Sandra gets tripped up. Also no call. And then diving to the ball was ELS and Camilion. Anyway, bonus basketball to start today's action here in Shanghai. Give us a follow if you'd like at FIBA 3x3W. And if you post about this tournament, use the hashtag 3x3WS Shanghai. Look at the hustle from Boonstra, your world's #1 on the floor. This is what makes her a special player. Always brings the hustle, always brings the energy. And that's outside of the skill set even. Anyway, another overtime between Spain and the Netherlands after that semifinal in Debrecen that Spain pulled away in. And for those of you that don't know, the rules of overtime are as follows. The clock's off. Shot clock, of course, remains on. First to 2 wins. That's it. So get ready. Buckle up. Here we go. Spain begins with possession. High post look. They get Sandra the ball. Sandra Igravide working. Gets the separation she needs. Sidesteps Sandra off the mark. Creative shot attempt there. Now the Netherlands have an opportunity. Guys, pick and pop with ELS. A high arc and 2, and it's down. The Netherlands get the victory. Evelien Lutjes-Schippel, straight cold, knocks down Spain after the Netherlands had been in pursuit all game. A catch and a high arcing rainbow shot. And that means a Dutch victory. First time this year the Netherlands take down Spain, and what a moment to do it. The Dutch, who had looked sluggish to start the action here, were turning the ball over to start the game, and it looked like Spain was going to be able to pull away from them and maybe secure an easier W than expected, but it was the Netherlands and their spirit, their fighting spirit, that brought them all the way back in the game, forced overtime, and then ELS with that dagger. Y'all enjoy the highlights before we shift our attention over to Pool B. Canada and CS Rapid Bucharest coming up, and this could be a must-win situation for CS Rapid. That coming up next in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. That game leaves Pool A looking like this. The Netherlands 2-0. Spain and Ulaanbaatar tied at 1 win, 1 loss apiece. And the Shanghai Redwings at the bottom, winless so far, but do have an opportunity later on today. We'll shift to Pool B as we look at the standings there. Canada again a W. Netherlands under 25 and Azerbaijan at 1-1, and maybe unexpectedly so, CS Rapid Bucharest at the bottom there. No wins. They lost their only game in overtime to the Netherlands under 25, which now forces a situation in which one of the more consistent teams of the years kind of got their backs to the wall. Anyway, we'll get you introduced to Canada first. Don't worry. Cassandra Sidney Brown, a revelation all season. Part of this new look Canada team, in absence of Michelle Plouffe, who again retired. But Canada, they took care of business. Azerbaijan made it a game until halfway through yesterday, and then Canada took off on a 10-3 run. 21-13 was the result, and it was number 77, Sasha Grant Allen, that led the way with 7 points. Kat Plouffe with 6. They're joined by Paige Crozon.
Give it up for Team Canada.
And this Team Canada is imposing. They are tall, very tall, and I say that being 7 foot.
Introducing Romania's
CS Rapid up next, and again, as mentioned, that game they played against the Netherlands under 25 did not end the way they wanted it to. Overtime, and then the Dutch double Dutch their way to a victory.
Number 23, Alina
So
Maria
now CS
Mora.
Rapid are kind of, I'm not saying forced to win, but they are
Number 6,
incentivized to beat Canada. They get Kakowski and Podar to the court first, joined by Petra Naite, who scored 6 points in that game against the Netherlands. And one of the best ball handlers in all of women's 3x3, the speedster, Hortense Limousin. 7 points for her. And this is CS Rapid Bucharest, who live by the 1. And maybe a reversal of tactics. Most teams go by the two ball these days, but Bucharest, they want to drive to the basket. They want to beat you in ones, and they want to play some defense. Only 1 of 6 from range yesterday. Canada slightly better, 3 of 9. Kat Plouffe with 2 of them. And this will be a battle of size versus speed, that's for sure. How is Limousin going to guard SGA and Plouffe in the post under the basket? But also, how's Canada going to stick with her blazing speed? Can Petra Naite be a factor with her 2-point shooting? Petra Naite, the one that hit the only one to hit a 2 on Bucharest. There's Limousin, world number 2 by now. And again, on the season, led everyone in drives, and not by a little bit. 83 drives, that is almost 40 more than number 2. She wants to get to the rack. She's crafty at finishing, and her and Petra Naite have found new life on the CS Rapid Bucharest team after being in system basketball, 3x3 basketball in their respective countries, Lithuania and France. They have now gotten the freedom to create and lead the squad, and it's resulted in both of them popping this year. And CS Rapid Bucharest having a very good season. Again, one of the more consistent teams in the field. They came in 3rd 3 times, 4th twice, 5th once, and 7th once. Limousin, of course, a 2024 Women's Series Finals winner with France. But now they have to face this Canadian team who have been the standard of success, maybe next to the Dutch and Spain this year. Top 5 in all 4 of their events. First twice. Bronze at the World Cup, gold at the Champions Cup. And the addition of SGA has proven to be highly successful as Crozon shows off the floaty. Petra Naite from range. No. Almost managed to get that possession back for Bucharest. It's out of bounds. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Canada. But look at Crozon. The soft touch on the floaty. Brown to Plouffe, who is wide open. Petronite's down. Now Plouffe's open under the basket. Canada can't capitalize. Petronite looks like she got hit. Stayed down for a little bit. It was 3-on-2. Canada couldn't squeeze one. And are now still at 1 point. High post action here. Plouffe and Brown. That looked like a layup waiting to happen, but Brown can't get to Wilson. Too much on that pass. Limousin. Oh, the blazing. Oh, Crozon sends it back. Take that elsewhere, man. Crozon with the denial. Sends that to the river. 4 on the shot clock for Bucharest. They're looking for Podar. Podar, nah, that's out of time. That shot came too late. Shot clock violation. Luke will take a seat. And it's Crozon, SGA, and Brown. Crozon, no space. Double teamed under the basket and fouled in the process. So Bucharest willing to sell out on those post-up attempts underneath the basket for Canada, apparently. Sasha Fierce. Grant Allen over Kakowski. A matchup with two of the best shot blockers in 3x3 this year. Grant Allen third in blocks. Kakowski second on the year. So a spicy matchup there. Fresh 12 for Canada here. Brown to Plouffe and a foul in a play. Bucharest are trying to play physical with this towering Canadian team. Again, some roster turnover for Canada this year. Mentioned Michelle Plouffe retiring with that beautiful ceremony they had out there in Edmonton. Casey Bosch also not with the team for this one. And Grant Allen gets hacked. Grant Allen jumped on the scene last year with this Canada squad, but has been featured heavy this year. Started out with a bang with the MVP at that Champions Cup victory.
It's good.
And has continued her excellence throughout the season. Bodar. And that Wilson's going out of bounds.
Now it is Canada who picked up a win already in the first 6 games.
So far, CS Rapid have not been able to figure out the Canadian defense. How do you attack all this length, all this size? Goes on to Plouffe. Easy 1-2 combo, and Canada, don't look now, they got a 4-0 lead. Petronite, they could change that with a 2-ball. Back iron. The zone. To Sasha Fierce and Grant Allen. Canada, they got their foot on the gas. And Petronite, they finally get CS Rapid on the board. Plouffe's open. And through the contact as Podar reaches in is Kat Plouffe. Strong take after good positioning and good recognition by Canada to get it to Plouffe under the basket in that mismatch. And Plouffe delivers yet again. Free throws off the mark. And Kakowski traces down the board, but uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chemistry issues on CS Rapid here to start the game. That ball's going. Back to Canada. Plouffe. Clearing some space, but Petranaite and Kakowski hold their ground. And that's travel on Petranaite. Some frustration showing on CS Rapid.
So if you can win at the top of your pool today, we've got Pool A and Pool B. This will automatically send you through to a semi-final.
All straight to the semi-final.
Exactly. At 1:30 p.m. today, we have our finals starting off with the quarterfinals. There'll be 2 of them.
Yes,
And then
ma'am.
2 semi-finals followed by the
High
final.
post play.
Yes, ma'am.
Grant Allen to Crozon. Back to Grant Allen, who can't hold on to the Wilson. CS Rapid has forced a bunch of turnovers, just haven't been able to score off of them. And now it's Limousin. They're giving her some space. And Limousin with the creative mid-range attempt, fading on the shot.
Everyone in most highlights.
Brown picks up her pivot foot. Another turnover on Canada. And that's gotten us to our first TV timeout. Look at Limousin. Fading. I didn't know girls get phased like that. Anyway. Take a look back at some of the action so far. Petranaite with the running hook. It's continued her good season. One of the most improved players in all of 3x3. Coming from that Lithuanian system 3x3 basketball to now a much more open and free role with CS Rapid. She upped her scoring averages on the women's series by a bunch.
CS Rapid Bucharest with possession.
Here she is, Petranaite to Limousin. Limousin has to get creative with it. And this is why she's one of the best ball handlers and drivers in the game. Hortense Limousin. Ball screen action now for Canada. Crozon open. And Brown with the foul. First on Canada so far.
3 points the difference in this one. It's Canada 6. It's Rapid Bucharest 3. 6 minutes, 31 seconds on the clock. Still plenty of time in this one.
So CS Rapid has managed to fight themselves back in the game just a little bit. They are at a disadvantage when it comes to fouls, though. 4-1. And here they go again. Limousin asking for a screen. Limousin with the hesitation, a high arcing scoop shot. Canada's willing to give her some space and then try travel on Grant Allen. Limousin, that's what Canada's going to give her. They're going to give her space. Not the best two-point shooter, under 20% on the year. Canada's willing to live with her trying to shoot. And giving themselves some space to handle all that speed. Petranaite. No. Kakowski with the hustle and the finish over Grant Allen. Crozon, no one home, but Crozon misses the layup. Podar tries to force it into Kakowski. Podar looking a little bit frustrated there. A lot of physicality on the play.
Possession
1.8 seconds on the clock.
CS Rapid
Shot
Bucharest.
clock, that is, remain for CS Rapid. And they get this to Podar. We have to try to beat the length of Brown here. Podar. A travel on the play.
Travel ball and possession goes to Canada. Now, if you're new to
Podar will take a
3x3
seat.
basketball, 12 seconds only on the shot clock and 2 minutes continuous play. 30
And Canada will get possession. Kukowski has been really good on the rebounding. Kukowski with positioning now, and a foul called underneath the basket.
Fouls called. Canada ball.
Back to Canada we go. Fresh 12 to work with. Grant Allen. Crozon whips it to Brown. Brown no space against Kukowski. SGA with the mismatch. Grant Allen.
Oh, it's good. Thanks to Grant Allen.
Now Grant Allen has to stick with Limousin. Limousin with that two ball. And again, this is what Canada is willing to live with. Look at Grant Allen. Kukowski. Step back two for Kukowski. Well, yeah. I don't know if that's her strength.
Now this Canada squad, they haven't played in too many stops this season, but the ones they did, they went undefeated. I'm talking Edmonton and Bordeaux.
There's a Crozon mismatch down there. Canada also has lacked some of the sharpness you expect them to have. They came out strong, but they haven't looked good in the last few minutes. Look at this.
Jump ball.
A jump ball situation forced them. That will be rewarded to the defense. Good hands by Petranaite. Clamping down there. But again, Canada jumped out to a big lead early, but somehow haven't been able to continue that type of play. Limousin to Kukowski. Kukowski under the basket. Righty hook for Kukowski off the glass. Important score here as it brings the game back to one possession. And Brown says, well, I can bring it back to two. Limousin steps through the scoop shot. And then SGA is open under the basket. Podar with the foul. Limousin has to bring a whole new gear of creativity to beat this Canadian length. Man, we talked about this in the past. Canada, one of the tallest, if not tallest team in the entire tournament. All players stand above 185. And for those of you that go by feet and inches, go Google and calculate what that is.
That one was an offensive foul call. So now it is CS Rapid Bucharest ball.
Bucharest in possession here as we approach the 4-minute mark. Petranaite has been quiet in this game. Petranaite with the running hook. The touch. Difficult shot for Petranaite. And then Kukowski gets to Limousin. Limousin can't capitalize. Crozon also can't squeeze one from two. And then Kukowski on the floor. And that's gotten us to our second TV timeout. Kukowski tripped up here by Cap Plouffe. And a foul called on Canada, who again came out ablaze to start this game. A 5-0 lead for Canada, but have only managed 3 points since. CS Rapid has clamped down on defense. It's been Kukowski controlling the rebound. And they fought themselves back into this game. Credits to CS Rapid Bucharest. These two teams haven't played all year. First time they see each other. But CS Rapid, after a tough start, they've adjusted well. They've at least managed to up their defense. Offense has come along slowly, but just enough to get this game within 2 points. They're in possession now. They run a play for Petranaite. Podar. Tough drive from Podar through the contact. Big bucket. 8-7 game. Under 4 minutes to go. Grant Allen, that pass is whipped way out of bounds. You'll see this with this Canada team sometimes, that Again, they can look amazing on offense. They can look sharp. They can go into a lot of mismatches and then somewhat, not always, but sometimes, they'll get stuck in these ruts where they can't score, where they can't really find any options. The shot's not falling, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
The shootout on the floor.
Podar
goes for 2.
big shot, but it's just off the mark. SGA with the mismatch. Trying to attack Petrinaite. And the referees have seen enough. A highly physical game, and they're trying to get all the players to at least calm down a little bit. The stakes are high, though. I wonder if they will. I wonder if they will. This is for the ultimate crown in women's 3x3 basketball. Culmination of a 15-stop 2025 season that's taken us global. Events in the Americas, Europe, and also, of course, here in Asia. And a finals here, hosted by Redwings Sports on the banks of the Huangpu River in Shanghai. 7th foul on CS Rapid, so we'll see Grant Allen attempt a couple of free throws. First one, Cash. Second one as well. So much needed scoring for Canada that now have a 3-point lead going into the last 3 minutes. Holy Mouzin. How'd she get through the defenders there? Blue. Yes.
Pushing Canada's lead out to 4
Mouzin this time tries to feed Kakowski, but
Kickball.
it's off the foot of a Canadian. Look at Kat Plouffe, though. Separation and an easy finish for the lone remaining Plouffe twin.
Not in the top 8 that are playing off in this competition, so it's wide open for the field.
Kakowski on the move, scoop shot. I like the move from Kakowski, but it doesn't result in a score. Podar has an opportunity, though. This time it's Canada controlling the glass. And the zone stifled but fouled. And more free throws coming up for O Canada.
Frozen to the strike. First is good. One to come.
Prozon, 2 for 2. And a big lead for Canada now. Can see us Rapid mount a comeback. Petrinaite, that 2-ball is stopped with some fouling action. So at least 2 free throws now for CS Rapid. That might give them some life. Just over 90 seconds to go in this game. Did I say 90? I meant 130. Quick maths here early in the morning. Someone get me a coffee. Petrinaite, though, secures a team 2 points. And this is still a game, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. Grant Allen on the move, feeds Prozon, it's out of bounds. And this Canada has turned the ball over a ton in this game. You can see this for most teams, the adjustment to not playing yesterday and now having to start very early in the morning has proven to be a tough one. Canada that usually turned it over less than 5 times a game have definitely surpassed that mark. Lee Mouzin, no. And then Podar's fouled.
That foul's going to go against Canada's Cassandra Brown. Possession back to CS Rapid.
And that's the 6th foul in Canada.
We got a fresh
Podar
12 seconds on the shot clock.
gets smacked by Brown there. Podar looking for Limousin. Limousin lines up a 2-ball. This is an important shot. Huge ball, huge 2-piece by Limousin. 1 possession game. Plouffe. CS Rapids all over her. Limousin secures a board. Podar's open. Another 2 balls up and down. Big sequence here, and the game's tied at 13. Crozon tries to force it up. SGA with the rebound. Also no. Now it's Limousin with the Wilson. Podar on the drive. Podar past everyone, and CS Rapids taking a lead with just over a minute, and another deflection as well. They have ratcheted up the intensity here in the last minute to incredible heights. Have come back from a 5-point deficit on this Podar 2-ball. Limousin as well. CS Rapid have done just what they needed. They are now 1 point up on Canada. Maybe unexpectedly so, but they've played the better game in the last few minutes. Canada have been unable to score for stretches in this game. We got 64 seconds left here in our, well, I was going to say second Pool B game, but it's definitely not the second one.
Canada's ball from the top.
Possession in Canada. Brown off the handoff. Brown's open. In and out. SGA cleans up the mess. We're tied again. Petrinaite's fouled, and that's 2 free throws coming up. That is number 7 on Canada. And Petrinaite just hit a couple. Good free throw shooter. Can secure her team a potential 2-point lead here. This pool was already a mess after that Netherlands under-25 win over CS Rapid. What if CS Rapid beats Canada here? Then all the calculators have to be brought out. Petrinaite with her 4th point from the stripe could make that 5. And secures that. 16-14, 45 seconds to go. Canada need a score here. Crozon tries to feed it into Kat Plouffe, and that's a layup. The speedster, Limousin, operating another 2-ball. It's blocked by Kat. So they try to get Limousin to shoot 2 balls. First look at the pick and roll action for Canada.
It's Canada down, and it's CS Rapid Bucharest.
Bucharest with 1.3 on the clock. Podar, high arc, and 2. No. No.
Shot for a violation. She has to shoot that one straight away, but it's hit the ring, so it's going to go to Canada possession.
So 23 seconds to go. Canada in possession here. They go with Grant Allen, Plouffe, and Crozon. Oh. Referee Okoch to the scorer's table. Not sure what they're looking at here. This has been a barn burner here early. Limousin got stifled on that 2 attempt. Kat Plouffe, the big block. And Canada now with an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Plouffe. Crozon off the handoff. Crozon with space. And Plouffe. That's out of bounds. That's out of bounds. 14 seconds left in this one, and Canada can't get a good possession going. Timeout called. Canada's going to have to figure something out here. They can't foul because they'll put CS Rapid on the stripe. Shot clock and game clock are separated by 2.3 seconds, so Canada will get a shot, but they need to stop first. And then what will they do? This is one of the most seasoned teams in all of 3x3. 2-time Women's Series Finals winner. But they have been bested up until now by a feisty CS Rapid Bucharest squad. Bucharest go with Podar, Limousin, Petrinaite. Canada, they got Brown, Plouffe, and Crozon out there.
So Team Canada must play a good
Limousin
defense to get the ball.
gets a screen. Limousin. Petrinaite is open. 2 defenders on Limousin. Petrinaite to the rack. Podar. 3 seconds left. Will CS Rapid get a shot? Limousin, no. Leaves Canada no time, though. That leaves Canada no time, so that means a CS Rapid Bucharest victory here. In improbable fashion. They were down for most of the game and managed an incredible comeback in the last 2 minutes. A couple of 2 balls by Limousin and Podar tied up the game, and they took a 1-point lead going into the last stretch. Canada could not get it done. After a hot start to the game, they cooled off tremendously. Couldn't get a shot to go down at all, and don't look now, but this pool is messy. Yuck. We'll get to the standings later. Enjoy the highlights first before we go into Pool A action again. Spain and Shanghai on deck next. That in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Pool B is all jumbled up after that CS Rapid Bucharest win over Canada. Now we got a short break coming up. Next game slated is Spain and the Shanghai Redwings. That coming up in a little bit over 20 minutes. I expect you to be here. Don't go anywhere. Spain against the Shanghai Redwings up next out here from the banks of the Huangpu River in Shanghai, where the crowds have come into the venue, obviously trying to support their home team who are facing elimination. If they take an L here, referees in this one, Rihanna Del Torre, Miroslava Jovicin.
We are going to do a countdown. We're going to count down from 10 all the way to 1, which means game time. And when we get to 3, we don't go 1,
She
2,
thinks
3.
Zhang is going to have to be big under the basket. If Shanghai wants to stand a chance. This team has struggled throughout the competition so far, picking up 2 L's. And if they want to reverse their fortunes, they're going to have to beat Spain, who took a narrow loss to the Netherlands earlier in today's action.
All right, team, we're excited. We're getting ready.
Spain now at 1-1, trying to make it 2-1.
Shanghai has the best fans in all of China.
These teams have not met up. And the Shanghai Redwings, they go by size and size alone. It's Wang and Zhang under the basket, and Liu and Yang on the outside. Liu has actually been quite the revelation so far. 4.5 points per game. Secure from inside the arc, hasn't hit a 2. The only person on Shanghai to actually do that is Wang. Spain have been led in the scoring category by Vega. Hasn't popped like she has in a regular season. 4.5 points per, compared to the 7.4 points she'd averaged during the season. She will start this action on the bench. Will Shanghai survive? Can Spain get the 2-1? We will see in the next 10-minute sprint from Shanghai. Women's Series final continues after a session break. Well, doesn't continue quite yet. A whistle on the floor. Hey, Zhang taking a check. Liu, no one home for Spain, and Liu opens the score. Igueravide to Camilleon. Camilleon on the fadeaway. And now Spain has to deal with the size of Zhang Jiating under the basket. Jiating, a part of a cool promotion. Going into this tournament, her and Sandra Igueravide are part of the campaign with Elle, the Spotlight Women's 3x3 players ahead of this tournament. Both those players get a score, actually. But the slogan of the campaign is Her Wings, Her Wins, and it's a collaboration between sports and fashion. Really cool. Go check out womenseries.fiba3x3.com or at FIBA3x3W on the gram to check out that collab. It is dope. I'm telling you right now, you have to go check it out. Please do. Anyway, I'm Boz Rosendahl. I'm rocking with you all day. They call me 3x3 The Mountain. If you want to hit me up, at 3x3 The Mountain on Instagram. More than happy to discuss any of the goings of today. And it's been going. Games have been good all day long. If you just tuned in, we shifted a lot of yesterday's pool play action into today after a rain break. And Camilleon speeds to the rack and gets Spain their second point. But yeah, we'll finish pool play this morning. We'll get a short break going, and then we'll go right into the knockout rounds where teams 2 and 3 out of both pools will walk up in the quarterfinals first and then go on to the semifinals where the number 1 teams in the pool will be waiting. In Pool A, that's looking like the Netherlands. They've picked up victories against Shanghai and Spain. Oh, great cut. Alonso to the basket. Shanghai, though, the 4 points already. Haven't scored much in the tournament. So far, a 21-12 loss to the Netherlands and an 18-14 loss to Ulaanbaatar. But they feature Zhang early and often, and she is delivering. Wang with the board. Zhang is open again. Zhai Ting. Righty hook is just off the mark. Vega's open. 2-ball down for Jimeno. Finally is what she's probably thinking. Hadn't got one to go to up to this point in the tournament. Vega. Sigue Davide. Spain in pursuit of Shanghai here. And a whistle on the floor. Spain again also played 2 games, a tight one against the Ulaanbaatar Amazons in which they were down early and scrapped and clawed themselves to a 15-13 win, and then earlier in the day, an overtime defeat against the Netherlands. They want to get a dub here. In case of a Spain loss, this pool will be crazier than Kanye West. Jimeno, no space for a shot. Chameleon with the speedies. The box out by Yang. And the game plan for Shanghai is clear. Feed the parking meter. Zhai Ting Zhang is posting up everyone. Spanish players, the basket, probably even me if she wanted to. Alonso with a high arcing 2-ball. And we're tied at 7. Yu answers for Shanghai. They've really found some rhythm in this game. Kickball violation. That's gotten us to a TV timeout. Look at Liu Bei. One of the revelations of the tournament. Liu Bei actually also a part of that L campaign. I'm going to keep mentioning this until y'all check it out. Trust me, it's dope. It's real dope. Other players featured: Marie Manet, Kulan Obatar, Yuji Chen, and Yuting Dang. Anyway, Shanghai with an early lead here. A 9-7 advantage for the Chinese. Chameleon Stifle. Gets it to Gravide. Sandra on the move. Crafty. Well, attempts. I was going to say make, but that rolls off the rim. Zhang's on the bench now. Shanghai has to do without her. It's Liu to the rack. Yang asking for a screen, denies it. Speeds to the rack. Spain come up with it. Sandra stifles the Shanghai score there. 9-8 in favor of Spain, or actually in favor of Shanghai. See, much needed. Thank you, Cynthia. Just got me a coffee. Sometimes you need one of those. Zhang back out there on the court. They get it to Liu. Her drives have been incredible, but a rare miss for Liu Bei. Jimeno from range. Por dos is Vega Jimeno. And puts Spain in the lead, 10-9. How will Shanghai respond? Zhang, another bucket. She's really going to work in this one. A two-time Olympian is on a scoring tear. Oh, Chameleon. An open layup blown. But man, Zhaiting Zhang all the way in there, Michael Kors. Bag work for the most decorated player in Chinese 3x3 history.
Shanghai. 这场比赛对我们的上海也是非常的重要，因为在之前的小组赛，我们都是没有尝到胜利的滋味。这场比赛
Him and with the fadies. Shanghai take over there. Zhang, a two-ball for Zhang. I was going to say, we don't often see her shoot those. But it's been that type of game for Zhaiting, who has turned back the clock. Used to be one of the more dominant forces in women's 3x3 basketball. It's taken a bit of a backseat over the last few years to big names like Lily Wang. But she can go, and she's showing it in this game. Feed Yang, but Igravide. Talking about turning back the clock. 40 years old and still going at it. Meanwhile, I'm 39 and my knees creak when I walk up the stairs. Foul in Shanghai. Chameleon working off the screen, defended by Liu. Chameleon just wheels that one in. Yang from range. Sandra, separation and hydration for the legend. Electra Vide brings Spain a 3-point lead. Look at the footwork on the attack with the left, 2 feet behind the line like gym class and all cloth for the Spanish legend. Can Spain manage to stifle? Can Spain manage to slow down, I would say. I don't know if they'll stifle her. Can Spain slow down Zhaiting Zhang is the big question here. Offensively, they're taking a lead, but Shanghai is heavily lead on the broad shoulders of Zhaiting. Liu. Quick pass into Wang. Wang locked up by Spain. Second foul on the Spaniards. Zhaiting's instructing her troops. You gotta remember, her and Wang have some history in 3x3. Yang and Liu new to the game. They're learning on the go against a heavily seasoned veteran Spain team. Spaniards can find offense in a myriad of ways. They got the shooting of Jimeno and Igravide. They can play pick and pop, pick and roll. Chameleon can create. They got more varieties than Paella. I just did that, yeah. I'm sure some of y'all laughed. Anyway, let's get back to the action. Under 4 minutes to go. A 2-point lead for Spain here. Jimeno gets wide open for a layup. Pick and roll action for Spain. And as mentioned, they can attack you in a myriad of ways, but you know what? Zhang can do that too. Zhaiting Zhang is just going bananas in this game. Igravide, quick trigger, no good. Liu tries to feed it into Wang, mishandles it. And then the transition for Spain, but up. Vega couldn't squeeze the Wilson. She choice words for the referee. I'm sure she feels like there was some physical contact there. But look at Jai Ting on a rack attack.
Shanghai, one more time, 加油, let me hear you. Shanghai! Shanghai!
Liu's on the bench. It's Yang, Wang, and Zhang. Yang. Ooh, with the fakies. Yang can't connect though. Oh, fights for the rebound, and Wang gets Shanghai within a point. There go that pick and roll. The nutmeg for Sandra. What a pass, what a delivery. Oh, I want to see that again. Now this is a different highlight. It's Yang getting free there. But Sandra Igaravide with some seasoning. Sprinkled some nutmeg on that pass. And Jimeno with the finish. Yang flips it back. Zhang can't get to her. Igaravide now on the move. Behind the screen, lobs it to Alonso. Alonso fading away. That is money. Yang. Shanghai needed that one. It's halfway down, and Wang, wait a minute. That is a wide open layup blown, and then a foul on the Redwings. Shanghai now at 6 fouls. Look at Alonso with the footwork, though. Dirk-esque 1-foot fader over the outstretched arms of Wang, who's got the size advantage, but against that type of touch, that don't work. Camilleon now on the strike. And a big lead for Spain in a crucial stage of the game. Just over 2 minutes left in this one. Shanghai have to do it without Zhang, who's on the bench, and then Vega backwards blocks Wang on a 2-point attempt. Igaravide from the corner. Hits the corner of the backboard. Yang and Liu are going to have to provide some shooting here for Shanghai to get back into this. Yang looking for space, heaves up a prayer, and it's off the mark. Difficult shot for Yang, who has not been able to connect from range at all. Dubé then. Zhang back out in the pitch. Is heavily needed for the Shanghai team. And an offensive foul. Zhang wanted a flopping call, but it's hit with a foul here. No free throws coming up at Shanghai. Yeah, shifts the hips there. But no free throws, as that is an offensive foul. Shanghai has hit the bonus, though. 7 fouls on them, only 3 on Spain. Camilleon operating. Camilleon with the hesitation. Difficult shoot, scoop shots off the mark. Liu. Jimeno over Zhang gets smacked in the mouth. That block attempt went under the ball. Hit more in the facial region. There'll be 2 free throws coming up for Jimeno, as that's foul number 8 on the Chinese team. And the curtains might be closing on the Shanghai Redwings here in their 3rd game in action. Jimeno secures Spain a large lead. 3 possessions separate both teams now. Just over a minute to go in this one, but we're also approaching that 21-point mark. Second free throw's good as well. Spain at the doorstep. Liu. That layup is blown as well. Great action for Shanghai, just can't get it to go, and Vega calls game. Jimeno has seen enough. And with just over a minute to go, says, thank you, ma'am. Drops in her third two-pointer of the day. Pick and pop action. Jimeno over Zhang. Good night, Shanghai. Spain get their second dub of the 2025 Women's Series Finals over the host team. 21-13. Score was in favor of Shanghai early. It was tied for a while. Spain pulled ahead, but Shanghai kept with them. But too much strategy, too much activity on the court from the Spanish ladies. And they get a resounding win here. And are heavily favored to come out of Pool A, probably in second. Enjoy the highlights in this one. We'll take a short break. Next up, CS Rapid Bucharest and Azerbaijan. In a game where Pool B, almost everything's on the line, last and first. It's a wild one. That one coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy the highlights. I expect you to be here when I get back. This is what Pool B looks like, a jumbled mess. All teams at 1-1. This is craziness going into the craziest tournament of the year. The highest stakes, and everybody can win or lose, as shown in Pool B. Netherlands under 25 go in the lead by favor of points scored. Then Canada, then CS Rapid Bucharest, and Azerbaijan tied for last. But no, those both teams get to meet up. Winner secures themselves a spot in the quarterfinals. Loser might be out. Winner might even win the pool. It's all over the place. Look, don't get better than this. It's the FIBA 3x3 Redwings Shanghai Women's Series Final 2025. The highest stakes of the year. The crown is at stake here. Also, I mean, a cool $40,000 for the winner here. That's not bad. Record-breaking 2025 season with over $1 million in prize money. We're raising the bar here. Women's 3x3. Let's go. Also, some new stops this year. 15 stops on the season, sixth season of the Women's Series. Visited Austria, Indonesia, and the Netherlands for the first time. But look, that's neither here nor there. We got to get back to the games. We're looking at CS Rapid Bucharest, who picked up a victory earlier. And maybe a one that people didn't expect. They managed to take down Canada in the last couple of minutes of that game. They went bananas. Just a couple of games ago, a 16-15 win for them. Narrow victory over a Canadian team that it looked like they were running away with the game early. But it was Natalie Kukowski under the basket. She grabbed 6 rebounds and a ton of deflections for her as well. She's joined by Podar, who came through late in that game with a bunch of big scores and the game-winning layup, or it proved to be the game-winning layup. Petra led him in scoring with 6. And Limousin, not the most effective game, but just enough. A big 2-point shot in those last 2 minutes. Here's Hortense. And this is CS Rapid Bucharest. Their first game, an overtime loss to the Netherlands. Their second game, a narrow victory over Canada. Can they continue the trend of at least having explosive games? Both those games have been interesting. Anyway, they're facing off with Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan played both of their games yesterday before the rain break. Lost big time to Canada. They stuck with them through halfway through the game. 10-11 was the score in favor of Canada, but the game ended 21-13. That's a big run. And their second game, they played the Netherlands under 25. That game went down to the wire. 21-19 in favor of the Azerbaijani women. And Alexandra Mollenhauer was huge in that one. There she comes. 10 points, 5 boards for Mollenhauer to lead the way for Azerbaijan. And again, stuck at 1-1 just like the rest of the pool. And this game is everything on the line. Lose, you might be out. Win, you might be through. And we shall see. Azerbaijani women, of course, coming off of that Europe Cup silver medal just last week in Denmark. Erica Carter named team of the tournament. Of course, we have to mention Brianna Fraser, who was very dominant in that tournament as well. Under the basket, and Dina Ulyanova on the squad also. This team goes by size. Here's Hortense Limousin. Did I mention she's fast? She is extremely fast. The maglev trains can't catch her. Limousin again leads the field on the year. All the women's series in drives. One of the best ball handlers in all of 3x3, although Erica Carter could vie for that as well. Carter, as mentioned, team of the tournament last week in Copenhagen after a run to the finals for Azerbaijan, a historic run to the finals. And this team is a strong defensive unit. They got some good strategy too, I have to say. Not just individual talent, but they really have a game plan coming into games. They think about what action they want to run. They come through with some big-time plays, and that's at the base of their success. Kukowski and Fraser are going to be linking up. That's a matchup to watch out for. A matchup of size, and Kukowski is one of the best shot blockers in all of 3x3. Azerbaijan will start with the rock, and we are about to go dancing for 10 minutes. The sprint is on from Shanghai. Mollenhauer, they try to feed it into Fraser early. Kukowski breaks up the play. Limousin. Her and Carter is going to be a saucy matchup as well. And Limousin, halfway down, it rolls around the rim and falls out. There goes Fraser. Petra, a little bit too much. And Fraser will step to the stripe. Fraser on the season, averages of 6.5 points per. Also 3.1 rebound, 11 block shots. Kukowski earned the basket. Mollenhauer, though, physical enough to keep her from scoring. Now Mollenhauer in the attack. Carter, space for a shot. Erica lets one go. And we're still at zeros. And that's out of bounds. Kukowski will take a seat. Podar will come up off the bench. Fresh 12 for Azerbaijan. Ulyanova stepped onto the court. There's a mismatch down there with Podar. They don't get it to her. Carter, Fraser, pick and roll. Down to Carter. Actually, Fraser. I apologize. Frazier. Third time's a charm. 2 offensive rebounds, and Azerbaijan's on the board. Podar now. Petrenaite gets a look. Her shot really, it's improved a lot this year, but it hasn't come along in this tournament. Ulyanova with the miss. Chases down Podar. Podar now on her way to the rack. No one home, but Podar not enough on that layup. Azerbaijan with the rock. It's Carter. And that's also out of bounds. Pick and roll action. Limousin and Kakowski. Limousin with the scoop-de-doop. The touch after all that speed is just something to admire here. Frazier, though, continues to bully people under the basket. Limousin, it's out of bounds. Frazier is just a continuous threat to score close to the basket. So good at getting position, getting players off their spot. But Limousin, look at that soft touch off the glass. Podar with space. Kakowski with the board. And stepped out of bounds. That Wilson also almost came to me. Cynthia almost got that. Good job, Cynthia. Ulyanova's open. Azerbaijan, they keep going to mismatches. This time Ulyanova with the miss. Transition basketball now for Bucharest. CS Rapid. Podar, difficult shot. Great defense by Carter. Mollenhauer, daylight. There's Kakowski under the basket. Oh, Ulyanova with the quick hands. A foul and a bucket for Natalie Kakowski. Second attempt, offensive rebound. First one gets stifled by Ulyanova. Then Kakowski keeps at it. And that lefty hook secures him a point and a trip to the stripe. Wait a minute. Some confusion here, also with me. I have no idea what's going on. Usually I'm the sharpest person in here. What's up? Referees are explaining some stuff to the players. I'll keep you updated. When I know what's going on, I'll share it with you guys. Meanwhile, while we have some time, go to our official Instagram account, please, at FIBA 3x3. Also at FIBA 3x3W. That might be the place to go in this occasion. When you post, use the hashtag 3x3WS Shanghai. Oh, I see what's going on. Limousin, she's got some leakage. It's bleeding. She's got hit in the lip and has to take a seat to get that taken care of. We'll get you posted on her situation as soon as we can get it. Petrenaite passed everyone. That righty hook yet again. It's so effective. An unorthodox shot, but Martina gets it to go. Carter on an adventure. Shares the rock. It's Mollenhauer to Petrenaite. It's not on the same team. Podar. Showing the ability to knock down that 2-ball, but not on this occasion. Carter past Kakowski. Over the shot blocker. And Carter ties the game up at 3. Foul Azerbaijan. Mollenhauer will take a seat. Ulyanova steps on the court, although we're going to have to deal with this timeout situation first.
And check out who's up on the fan wall.
Some of the action so far, Petrenaite with that running right-hand hook. One of her go-to moves, and it's so effective. Such a high degree of difficulty on that shot. This is one of the reasons why she is one of the most improved players on the circuit this season. A shocking move for her as well as Limousin to this new commercial team, CS Rapid. But that results have been good so far. No wins, but they've been very, very good. Getting to a third place a couple times. Almost always making it to the semifinals. And they're trying to mix Romanian talent with some international established players. So far it's working out. The first ever trip to the Women's Series Finals for them this year. And here with a chance to advance into the knockout rounds. I was going to say tomorrow, but it's already today. Knockout rounds coming up in just a few hours. Hope you are ready for a long day at 3x3 with plenty of action.
Now, it's a beautiful journey for CS Rapid Bucharest. They played in a lot of competitions. They've been very consistent, but they have not won any stops. So for them to come out,
some discussions here at the scoring table. Unsure of what's going on, but referee Okac is sure to sort it out. Thumbs up, we good. 6:39 left, a 3-3 score. Low scoring affair to start. Neither team has been able to do much on the offensive end. A lot of defense being played though. Limousin pops from the mid-range. That's her spot. Frazier, double team, don't matter. Gets fouled on that second attempt. So CS Rapid, again, they're willing to sell out on post-ups, on mismatches. Bring a second player to Frazier. As we look back at Limousin secures a point from the mid-range. They're willing to sell out, though. Again, when Frazier catches, they'll bring a second player over. They'll force CS Rapid to shoot, as that is not what they do during the season. Only shot a 2-ball on 27% of their possessions. The average is right around 35, 36. So they're a heavily one-point focused team. They want to drive. They want to go at you under the basket. Frazier now, looking at Kukowski. Frazier with the separation. Leaves Kukowski in the dust, but can't squeeze the 2-ball. Now it's Kukowski going at Frazier. Kukowski, big steps and a tough bucket for Kukowski. Bully ball on Brianna Frazier. Look at this. CS Rapid are swarming on defense. Limousin is just jumping in on every post-up and every lob pass. And Frazier, looking a little bit frustrated. Doesn't get a lot of room to operate. She'll take a seat for now. Carter down to Mollenhauer. A couple of misses for Azerbaijan on what I thought would be makes. This mid-range shot off the mark for Limousin. It's with Carter now. Ulyanova's open. They lob it into her, but 3 and a key called. Ulyanova will head to the bench, and with Carter back out. Meanwhile, Kukowski will take a seat as well.
CS Rapid Bucharest possession.
Bodar can't reach Petrinaite. And we'll get the possession over to Azerbaijan. Mollenhauer takes a check. Down to Frazier. This is what's working. Some Azerbaijani cooking. Bree Frazier on the block. Limousin, though, with the hesitation. No space for a shot. Podar gets it. Back on it. Good hustle by Limousin, getting the team a new possession. Goes at Carter. Limousin leaves it short, but is fouled in the process. Hortense will step to the strike. Foul number 3 on Azerbaijan. Look at the power for Bree Frazier. Who's going to stop that under the basket? I know I wouldn't. Limousin. Trickers in a freebie, 1-point lead, CS Rapid. Carter with the hezzy. No space. Uyanova stifled.
Good block by
Kukowski with another block. Down to Petrinaite. Petrinaite to the right hand. Off the glass and in. A 2-point lead now for the Romanians. Frazier swarmed and an offensive foul on Bree Frazier. Momentum shifting in the direction of CS Rapid Bucharest, and a warning now on Bree Frazier. Technical foul is set. She keeps talking to the referees after getting a warning. Frustration on the face of Brianna Frazier. It feels like she got fouled before that offensive foul is called. Look back at the action. Catches here. Shoved off her spot maybe slightly. And then Petrinaite, well, I'll leave it up to you to decide. I'm no referee. Podar secures a free throw point. But some adversity here for Azerbaijan. Let's see if they can manage through it. And if Frazier can manage to calm down.
Possession now to CS Rapid Bucharest. Remain good on the point.
Kukowski to Podar. Podar on the move. Pass to Uyanova. Podar fouled as well. Azerbaijan have now racked up a ton of fouls. And it might come into play here in this low-scoring affair. It's 8-5. We're 6 minutes in. Sixth foul on the ladies in blue.
3 points the difference.
Who are looking at their first women's series finals as this team.
It's good.
And it's good. Look, they featured on the finals before. They were called differently though. Neptune. Way back in 23.
After having no wins yesterday, CS Rapid Bucharest have come out.
Anyways, they're going to have to solve their offensive woes here as they've not been able to consistently create any offense.
And here they are in full, currently
It's been slow going for Azerbaijan. They haven't been able to get Bree Frazier going. No shots have gone down from the outside. They've also not attempted many anyways. Limousin to Podar. And Mollenhauer traces it down.
rebound by Mollenhauer.
Mollenhauer to Carter. They feed it down on the block. Alexandra Mollenhauer.
Azerbaijan
This is a way of offense, a source of offense.
to play.
Mollenhauer is so good at beating those mismatches in the post. Podar. Spinning. Carter with the block.
Ulrika Carter with the block.
Great defense to Connor.
Good defense by Carter.
TV timeout.
Discipline, stayed on her feet, and then rejected that like your last friend request. No, I'm not trying to be mean. It can happen. It's all right. Don't worry. Anyway, second TV timeout. A 3-point lead for CS Rapid, who have just swarmed Azerbaijan on defense. Have really found the solution for the Brianna Frazier post-ups. They bring a second player to the ball. And still some discussions between referee Gonzalo and Bree Frazier, who's still frustrated. And I can imagine why. Swarmed by a ton of players, a lot of physicality in the paint. And then you get an offensive foul called on you. As a former post player, I can imagine the frustration. Anyway,
Azerbaijan ball
action
and
continues. Pick and roll action. Carter to the rack. Kukowski
line.
gets a bit of a wrist there.
Foul called against CS Rapid Bucharest. And it's Carter taking a strike.
It's Erica Carter to go into the stripe. Free throws off the mark.
Limousin with
Points
the
are at a premium
rebound.
at this stage. Limousin to Kukowski, overshoots the pass. Kukowski working from the block against Uyanova with the footwork. Kukowski with the soft touch.
Get done.
漂亮的转身。
That move took a while to develop, but it was good. Frazier to the basket, over Kukowski. Does some back. Azerbaijan ain't out of this. We got 3 minutes left in this one. Petrinaite on the move. Back to Limousin. And an offensive foul, and that Kukowski screen. Carter's down.
Pulling the illegal screen.
Bree Frazier, a force under the basket. She's been limited in this one. And the wet spot in the court's being cleaned up. The weather's held up good so far today. It's a little bit sunny, some clouds rolling in. Rain's expected later on in the afternoon, hence the change in the schedule here. Not just this one, but also the knockout rounds that were supposed to be played tonight. We'll play those after this. Foul on the floor. And that's number 6 on CS Rapid. So both teams at the bonus. Next defensive foul on either team will put the other team on the free throw strike.
Which means Azerbaijan has the ball from the logo.
CS Rapid now have to deal without Kakowski. She's on the bench, and Frazier goes to work right away. Cooking up some Kung Pao chicken out here. Limousin to the rack. So crafty. So crafty. Frazier again. A bump and a bucket for Bree Frazier. And 2 free throws coming up, as well as that score. And Azerbaijan could tie the game up here. Kakowski to the bench, and Frazier takes advantage right away around Petronaite. And now 2 free throws. CS Rapid do bring Kakowski back into the game right away. She's been the main weapon to stop Bree Frazier. And I say stop, but Frazier's up to 6 points. Frazier ties the game at 11.
Just like that, it's 11.
Just like that, 2:23 on the clock. We are tied yet again. It looked like CS Rapid was taking this game early. Every game they've played so far here has been tight. Very tight. Kakowski shares it. Limousin can't get past Carter. Now it's Kakowski. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Kakowski scoop shot. That doesn't go. Now it's Mollenhauer working on Podar. Mollenhauer with a rare miss. Podar trying to attack Ulyanova. Gets her, well, gets her on the back foot, but Ulyanova manages to deflect that ball out of bounds. Good defensive stance there by Ulyanova. CS Rapid with 3 seconds on the shot clock. That's enough for the speedster. Limousin, no. Mollenhauer's open. Well, that pass was almost in. That was almost a score. Kakowski speeding past Frazier, a foul. And now Natalie Kakowski will go to the free throw strike. Kakowski on the year, not the best free throw shooter. 44%. But 2 crucial ones coming up here. First one off the mark. Lefty will get it. The lefty will get a second shot here. Can Kakowski get her team ahead by 1? She cannot. Frazier against Petronaite. This has worked in Frazier's favor so far. And it does yet again. Loses to Wilson, grabs it back. And then Petronaite with the physical contact hits the forearm. 2 free throws for Bree Frazier. Look at this. Loses to Wilson halfway through. Keeps it in one hand. Gets smacked on the elbow. And Petronaite knows that that is not a smart foul with 1:30 left in the game. Frazier. Cash from the free throw stripe. And just like that, Azerbaijan's up by 2. 90 seconds left. Limousin. Petronaite, 2 balls up. Just off the mark. Kakowski can't squeeze it. Uh-oh. A foul on Kakowski. Looks like she hit Carter on that rebound attempt. And referee Gonzalo wants to take a look at the action as well. Let's see if this foul's upgraded or not. Can't quite see what he's looking at. I wish I was, though. I think Kukowski and Brie Frazier got tangled up, and Kukowski might have inadvertently hit her in the face. This is one of those things you got to take a look at. There's Kukowski. Comes down with it, and, well, that's it. Just a regular foul. Does mean Azerbaijan, in the name of Brie Frazier, will step to the free throw stripe for 2. Crucial free throws coming up here in a stage of the game where Azerbaijan has managed to pull ahead by 2. CS Rapid, they've been in this situation before, though. They came back against Canada from 5 points down in the last 2 minutes of that game and managed to get a win. So Frazier on the strike. Has been very secure. Has hit all her free throws in this one. And Frazier continues her dominant trend. 3-point lead, Azerbaijan could be 4. 12 points for Brie Frazier out of 14 Azerbaijan points. I thought she was cooking. I didn't know she was cooking like that. 12 out of 14 points. Sheer dominance for Brie Frazier. My goodness. Limousin. CS Rapid, they need a bucket here. Limousin. 2's off the mark. Good box out by Carter. They get it to Frazier again. Shares Mollenhauer to Frazier. Easy layup. Connecting like 5G. Limousin left alone. Time's not in CS Rapid favor, and now Limousin is fighting Mollenhauer. Wait a minute. Yep. That is a foul, and this will be foul number 10 on CS Rapid. That means 2 free throws, Azerbaijan, as well as possession. But look at Limousin. This is why she leads the pack in drives. A speedster behind the wheel. Wilson in the basket for her, but Azerbaijan now with a huge advantage. Not a lot of time left on the clock. 4-point lead, could be 5 after this. It is not 5. But possession back over to Azerbaijan as well. CS Rapid needs some magic. That or some soy milk. They go with Podar, Limousin, and Kukowski. Carter. Around Frazier, gets the pass, Carter. And that might be it. 17-12, Podar, big shot off the mark. The 2-ball has not come around for CS Rapid in this one. Oh, no clear. Carter didn't quite get over the line. Carter looking in disbelief. But it seemed like her foot was on the line, even from my position. Podar down to Kukowski. That's an easy score. But only 20 seconds left on the clock for CS Rapid to do anything, and what they do is foul. So 2 free throws again for Azerbaijan. And the possession goes back to him as well. Limousin takes to the bench and is frustrated. And this might have been the chance that CS Rapid needed to reign in the tournament. Again, that Pool B situation is all kind of messed up. But it's looking like it might not go in the favor of CS Rapid Bucharest in their first ever Women's Series Finals. Frazier from 2. What a game she's put together. Brie Frazier has almost all of Azerbaijan's points. 2-ball for Podar goes down, but it's too little too late. We got 1.1 second left on the clock. A gem of a game by Brie Frazier, and then Podar finally knocks in a 2-ball.
Shoot it. Secure the game. Or just let the times end of the time.
And referee Okoch looking at the amount of time left on the clock. But it's looking like time's running out
What's the time remaining?
on the Romanians. We'll, of course, keep you updated on all of the happenings in Pool B. But with all the individual results, this might be CS Rapid that takes out Bree Frazier. 15 out of 19 points. One of the best games I've ever seen in women's 3x3 from an individual player perspective from Brianna Frazier. Sheer dominance. Frazier could add to it. 2.3 on the clock. They get it to Mollenhauer. That shot good if it goes, but it doesn't. Azerbaijan, though, pick up a dub, 19-50. They punch their ticket to the knockout rounds. In what position? We'll know that after, no, not next game, a couple of games from now. Easy. Anyway, CS Rapid came out ablaze in this one early, but Azerbaijan had Bree Frazier feed the parking meter, and they kept feeding her. And she was cash like collection at church. 15 out of 19 points for her. You'll see her a lot in the highlights. Enjoy those before we shift our attention over to Pool A, where Ulaanbaatar and the Netherlands will do battle on the half court next. That up in just a few minutes. Well, the mess has halfway been cleared up. Azerbaijan go in the lead after that W. Still got 3 teams stuck at 1 win. 2 of them have to hash it out. That game coming up next. Before that, though, we'll get to the way. Come on. Netherlands still without a loss. 2 wins. Spain, they're done. 2-1. They seem to have punched their ticket. Ulaanbaatar have also punched their ticket. So Shanghai is already out. Now it's just a matter of placing. Ulaanbaatar could force a 3-way tie, and then we'll have to bring out the individual results, the calculators, and everything else. Netherlands, though, with a win, could get that bye, that much coveted bye, which leaves them without a game, having to play a game in the quarterfinals. It shaves a game off of an already long day. But you're assured this season Netherlands team has looked at that schedule. But anyway, let's get you reintroduced. The Ulaanbaatar Amazons, a narrow defeat against Spain. That game looked like they had a chance, but ends up a 15-13 loss. Then an 18-14 win over the Shanghai Redwings. And so far, it's been Arjen Tsetsek Badardine to lead him at 4.5 points per game. And just behind are Amari Robinson and, of course, the Warrior Princess, Kulana Nolbatar, at 4 points per. Bolaruddin Batso has been good as well. Up their scoring averages from under a point per game to 3 in this one. So a well-balanced effort by these ladies, but it isn't the offensive end where they really shine. They have managed to ground every game into a grind. they have slowed teams to almost no movement. They're so physical. Their style is so different from what these teams are used to seeing. So it's interesting to see how this Netherlands team will deal with it. Meanwhile, the Netherlands, they're 2-0. As we mentioned, a lead in Pool A, 2 victories, 1 over the Shanghai Redwings. That was a resounding victory, 21-12, and then an overtime win over Spain where they started the game sluggish. That was the first game of today's action. They came out slow but managed to scrap themselves back. The world #1 was important in that one. Janice Boonstra with 7 big rebounds, 4 points for her. Ilse Kuyt led the way. Likke Schiphol also 7 boards. They dominated. And when I say dominated, they destroyed Spain on the boards, 22-10. 9 offensive rebounds for the Dutch to get them a ton of extra possessions. That is exactly what they needed to get a win. And now they can bring that rebounding into the game against Ulaanbaatar, who's not a bad rebounding team themselves, let's be frank. Ulaanbaatar Amazons, one of the better rebounding teams in the field. Top 5 coming into today's action. But overall in the women's series season, they are 5th in rebounding per game, 18.1 in 6 events played. 2 of those events ending in or 3 of those events actually ending in the semifinals for them. Best result, 3rd in Chengdu and Marseille. Of course, Kulan and Aryan Setseg, a part of that Mongolian magical run to silver at the World Cup. I would say, to me, top 3 moments of the year. That was an incredible tournament and just the stuff of storybooks for them. Be able to pull out a medal on their home floor in front of their home fans. The Dutch play in orange, the Ulaanbaatar Amazons play in the white jerseys. The Dutch will get it started with the next 10 minutes sprint here from West Bund, Shanghai. Quick backdoor cut, Diva. And then an offensive foul, Kulan runs into her. So the Dutch get a score and a possession back. Look at Boonstra, catches the Mongolians asleep. Joritsma from the Enlio logo. Robinson skews the board. Bollererdien. Bollererdien to the rack, the bump. And no bucket to boot though. Joritsma has been aggressive going to the rack. This one off the mark. The Amazons set up the offense. It's Aryan Setseg operating. Robinson. And Robinson is off the mark. It feels like the Amazons are still adjusting to Amari Robinson being on the team. It's only her 3rd event, and she looks like a very capable post scorer. You need to feed her the ball. But again, the Amazons not used to that. They're used to playing through movement, through screening action. But they haven't been able to reach Robinson. They get it to her here. And it's an automatic bucket to start. Ulaanbaatar is on the board. Score 1-1. Guy, big steps. Layups off the mark. Kulan. Open for a shot. Double click for Kulan. Much improved shooter this year is Kulan. Boonstra. Can't squeeze it. Kulan to Bollererdien this time. Bollererdien on the move. Kuyt says no thank you. Kulan to heave. And Likke Schiphol secures the board. Kuyt. 2 balls up and it trickles in. The Netherlands, one of the better shooting teams on the year, but especially during this tournament. They've managed to hit 28% of their 2s. That's behind their brethren, or sisters, I'd say. Netherlands under 25 will have hit a ridiculous 40% of their 2s. All right, 3rd in the field, so good for the Dutch. who managed to get their third points at the hands of Ilse Kuyt, and then a turnover on the Amazons. That's something that's been plaguing them all tournament long. Lucky Schiphol, no good. The Amazons in this tournament so far, 8 turnovers per game. And that's biting them in the behind for sure. Arjen Setseg. Jorrit Smap is women handled under the basket. 4th foul on Ulaanbaatar. This is the pick and roll action though that's been working for Ulaanbaatar. They get a lot of action out of screens. Arjen Setseg can either roll or pop, so you never know what's coming. 4 early fouls though on the Mongolian ladies. That's a situation to keep your eye on for the rest of the game. Cool line. Robinson pick and pop. Robinson now on the move. Robinson against Lucky Schiphol, and eventually Lucky Schiphol gets her on the forearm. Free throws coming up, or at least one free throw coming up for Amari Robinson. That's the Dutch first foul. Lost her headband and is now on the sideline. Kulan is showing off that arm strength. Could have a decent fastball. Anyway, Robinson, good from the line. Ulaanbaatar picked up a 1-point lead here. Lucky Schiphol under the basket. The Dutch so secure with it. They keep an eye out for an open option at all times. Kulan. No. Arjen Setseg working behind the screen, stepping back. An unorthodox 2 up for Arjen Setseg. A one-hand heave. Nothing there. Joritsma. Down to Lucky Schiphol, and then Kulan's called for another foul. We knew this one was going to be physical to start. 5th one on Ulaanbaatar. This team toes the line. They always challenge the referees to try to make the call or not. So far they have been. And Ulaanbaatar and the Dutch are tied at 5 after 3 minutes of play. In that foul situation, a little bit in favor of the Netherlands. Look at some of the action so far. The separation for Kulan. Trickles in the 2-ball and then finds Arjen Setseg on the roll. What a year this duo has had. Another foul called on Ulaanbaatar, this time under the basket. It's Arjen Setseg. And she runs into Boonstra. 6th foul now on the Mongolian ladies. They got 6:41 left in the game. The Dutch now going to Boonstra. Gets her own rebound. Lucky Schiphol cuts to the basket, and there's foul number 7. That physicality is really not doing Amazons any favors right now, as the Dutch are already head to the stripe for 2 free throws. And the game still has a long time to go. Lucky Schiphol came up big in that victory over Spain. Knocked down a rainbow 2 to pick up a dub in overtime and gets the Dutch ahead by 1. Buller Erdeen on the move. Buller Erdeen with a difficult shot, no good. Double foul called under the basket. And referee Okoch telling everybody to just calm down. These ladies know what's on the line. There's the back situation about Tibor Bata. Jorrit Smart, pick and pop action. Boonstra to the rack, scoop shot's good. Robinson, oh, good hands by Jorrit Smart twice. 3 times she's poked it out. It's out of bounds. 0.9 on the clock. It's Ulaanbaatar ball. Kulan has no time to work with. She's going to have to put up a quick shot. Referee Jovicin is going to try to look if the clock's set correct, if the shot clock is good. As again, this leaves no time for the Amazons, or almost no time to get up a shot. 0.9 is enough for a heave, and that's about it. The defense on Joritsma. Poking that ball away from Robinson. All right, 1.2, Kulan, a little time to work with. Heaves it, and it's out of bounds and out of time. Some instructions from ELS for the squad. And they go with the ball screen. Guys falling away with a righty make. God is such an intriguing offensive talent. Has all the skills. And this is the moment to shine. Again, no Noortje Driessen for the Netherlands in this tournament. And Ilse Kuyt has taken over as one of the main bucket getters. That's also a bucket getter. Robinson, and again, stifled by the Dutch, who've now taken a 3-point lead. Kuyt behind the screen, gets it down to Boonstra, and your world's #1 is good under that basket. Surgical precision by the Dutch, finding the mismatches, and it's got them a 4-point lead. Make that 3 after a Kulan make. ELS working on Arjen Setseg. ELS working again on Arjen Setseg. Second opportunities down drain. And the rebounding has again been a strong factor in why the Dutch are ahead here. Kulan with a Euro. Beautiful move, but just out of time. When she puts her head down, she is one of the toughest players to stop when she wants to get to the basket. Up there with Noortje Driessen, Hortense Limousin, possibly a couple others I'm forgetting here, but crafty, good footwork, great finishing ability. Kulan's improved tremendously over the last couple of years. Anyway, enough of that. The Dutch run into their third foul. It's an offensive one. As we approach the midday hour here, the temperatures are going up slightly. And with slightly, I mean that is hot and heavy here. High humidity, sun's beaming down. I'm in need of an air conditioner. Please, someone get me one. The Dutch hold on to a 5-point lead. Joritsma and Ulaanbaatar, they can't play physical anymore. 8 fouls, and they got to be careful. Arjen Setseg steps back. A 2-point shot just off the mark. That is going to have to be the way that Ulaanbaatar comes back if they do. Wow. Joritsma showing off the strength. Bumping, but an offensive foul. And Arjen Setseg will head to the bench. Kulan again to the rack. If there's one thing that's worked for the Mongolians, it's her offense. Joritsma to Boonstra. Boonstra takes her time under the basket. That 1-foot fadey, well, that's usually good. Not this time, though. Bollardine to Robinson. Kulan. Back down to Robinson. That took a little bit of, that took too much time. Yeah. So second TV timeout, and while it was a close contest early, The Mongolians have had to dial back the physicality in the game, and that has allowed the Dutch to get score after score. Meanwhile, Kulan has been on a mission. She's the one keeping her team at least somewhat close, driving to the basket and getting layup after layup. But the Dutch are overpowering, and if Ilse Kuit's hitting shots like that, and also, well, look, I can't go back to because there was no replay, but a fade away from the mid-range with the right hand, which is tough. Shots like that are going down. The Dutch are difficult to stop. 3:40 on the clock. Netherlands hold a 5-point lead here. They're in possession. Joritsma gets it back. Kulan deflects it out of bounds. 7 seconds to work with for the Netherlands. Kuit. Separation. Kuit, no good. Quick transition out for Ulaanbaatar. They try to get it to Kulan. And Arjen Setseg is blocked by Kuit, and then is fouled on the ensuing offensive rebound. Lutje Schiphol shaking her head. She knew she fouled her. 5th foul in the Netherlands, and Batgirl will step to the stripe. Pulls the team within 4. 2-possession game now. Going into the last 3 minutes. Dutch working that pick and roll again. What a pass by Kuit. Just a laser to get Joritsma open for that bucket. Robinson working on the block. Kuit takes over. To Hezi. Kuit, well, didn't get blocked by Arjen Setseg. Got blocked by the bottom of the backboard.
On the screen was no good. Possession to Netherlands.
That screen from Arjen Setseg called an offensive foul. Lean into it slightly. Possession back to the Dutch. 9th foul now on the Mongolians. Next defensive foul will put the Dutch on the stripe for 2 and give them possession back as well. That is 3x3 hill. You don't want to be there. You really don't. Leaves Lutje Schiphol. Well, those hands get slippery in these conditions. And Wilson's out of bounds. Looked like a clear layup for the Netherlands, but it ends up out of bounds. The Ulaanbaatar Amazons take over. There's life for them yet in this game. That don't help. Connection's off, Wi-Fi's out. And the Amazons turn it over yet again. Wait a minute. They don't turn it over. It was touched. Arjen Setseg's been quiet in this one so far. High arcing 2-ball. Bad girl showing up when it matters most. Joritsma. And the Netherlands answer. They get it back to Arjen Setseg. Kulan's on the bench. Is going to have to come from her. She's fouled. The Netherlands now at the bonus. 6 fouls on them. And Kulan and Arjen Setseg switch seats. Look at the high arcing shot from Arjen Setseg Badardine. Kuit working behind Boonstra, and soft touch off the glass. There's no stopping this Netherlands team once they're on a roll. Kulan, 2-ball down. Ulaanbaatar stick within 3. Kuit answers for the Dutch. That one took all of the rim to go down, but it's 18-13, a true shootout out here. Kulan, yeah, can't feed it into Robinson. And the Mongolians won a timeout. My, oh my, the last 2 minutes the offense has picked up, and we have more deuces here than the Japanese selfie. First it was Kulan. Well, actually, it was Arjen Setseg that got it started. Then Kulan, and then Kuit said, I was hoping for that Kuit 2 here. But you know what? It's all good. Bunch of 2s. like this one. But it's been a scoring clinic over the last few minutes.
One win in each pool. It's not enough.
Not enough.
You want at least 2, if not 3, so you can head through to that semi-final.
I want more.
1:31 left. The Netherlands hold a dominant lead here. Have not been stopped. Ulaanbaatar have stuck with him on the basis of scoring. A little bit at least. Boonstra, no. Kulan snuffs it out, and it's out of bounds on the Dutch. Good defensive stands by the Mongolians. This is what they needed. Bullerdien subs in.
1 minute 19 on the clock. And
Let's see if they can pick up another score here. Just over a minute to go. Kulan's got it. Down to Adin Setseg, and well, that looked like an open layup, but it's off the mark.
8秒的时间，1 minute and a second， 13-18。现在荷兰队是
Now it's Kulan heading to the bench. That Adin Setseg heaves not good. And with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go, the Dutch will take over. Boonstra. Joritsma. Out to Evelien Lutje Schipholt. Now the Dutch turned it over on a 12-second violation.
再一次放了一个计控时间违例。
So while we got a good couple of offensive minutes before this, ever since that last timeout, it's been slow going.
给到乌兰巴托。
55 seconds. Can the Amazons mount the comeback? It's going to have to come at the hands of the Warrior Princess. Kulan gives it up. Robinson. And ELS saves it inbounds for the Netherlands. Ladies in orange take over. Guides. And now it's ELS with the foul. Actually, I think that's the foul on Adin Setseg. Look at the rebound here. Adin Setseg, yeah, reaching backwards. Drops to the floor. But it will be Evelien Lutje Schipholt with 2 free throws, and then the Dutch will get possession as Ulaanbaatar has hit the double bonus. ELS secures a 19 points from the stripe. Netherlands might get the 21 before the time's up. Second free throw is good as well. Game point coming up for the Netherlands.
One more bucket and they'll end this one early. Only 26.5 seconds though.
Guides.
Cal wants to finish it herself.
And can't finish the game. Bullerdien.
帮给防下来。
Kulan.
Gotta play for the points now for Ulaanbaatar Amazon.
They want to get some points on the board, and they do just that.
Gets it.
我们还是尝试
Guides
一下
down to Boonstra. It's off. Well, off of who? I think it's still the Netherlands ball. But only 0.1 seconds left on the clock. Will leave the Dutch no time to work. Actually, leaves the Ulaanbaatar Amazons no time to work with. And that'll do it for this one. The Netherlands end their pool play campaign with 3 victories and punch their ticket straight into the semifinals. Pool A is secured. We'll get you the results of all of that in just a second. But the final score in this one is 20-14 in favor of the Orange Lions. Roared in the middle of the game, let's just say that. They started out a little sluggish, but the Amazons ran into a ton of foul trouble. And that's when the Dutch really took off, when the intensity, or at least the physicality of the game, tuned down slightly. Is when the Netherlands came out and really put it to the Mongolian ladies. They end up atop Pool A. Y'all enjoy the highlights. We'll close pool play in just a few, when we'll see the Netherlands under 25 and Canada battle it out. And Pool B is not locked up at all. I'll get you that game in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. This is your Pool A standings. We knew the Shanghai Redwings were out. Now we know the Netherlands come in first. The Ulaanbaatar Amazons and Spain punch their ticket to the quarterfinals. We'll see them, of course, later on today. Now to shore up Pool B. Bucharest at the bottom, 1 and 2. They still have a chance, though. In case of a Canada loss, they can still move on into the quarterfinals. Canada now faces with the Netherlands under 25. In case of a Canada win, CS Rapid is out due to individual results against that Netherlands team. Netherlands under 25, so far one of the better shooting teams in the field. They've come out and shot almost 50% of their possessions they shot at 2. They're doing that at a 40% clip. 12 two-ball makes for the young Dutch ladies. Kiki Fleuren comes out first. One of the main gunners for this team. Her contribution so far, 6 twos made of 33% on the plus. The defensive ace comes out. She's the energy of the squad. They got some size under the basket too. Zoe Slachter, who's been featured often and early in the games. 3.5 points per for her. And there is one of the revelations of this tournament, Lisa Lotko. 57% from 2, 4 for 7, knocked down a big 2 to take down CS Rapid in one of their pool play games in overtime. And this team, look, they made it here by virtue of other teams not being able to get out here. They've been one of the surprises of the tournament so far to me. Facing off with some tough competition though. Some competition they have faced off with a bunch this year. Canada. I say a bunch, but they haven't seen each other at all. That's the regular Netherlands team. Anyway, Canada come out and they look dominant until today. They had a bit of a whoopsie and lost to CS Rapid Bucharest. They looked dominant again against Azerbaijan yesterday. They were sluggish in that game. Their offense didn't come along. It started out on fire and then it just, they slowed down.
This is your team, Canada.
This is Team Canada. And look, still one of the favorites. And they can show that here by getting a dub. And I think if they get a win, they're still assured of first place in the pool. In case of a loss, I think they might be done. Look, somebody get out a calculator, because these 14 pools are a mess. But I do believe that Canada needs to win to move on. If they lose, they're done. We'll see what happens. Somebody will calculate the standings. Kiki Fleuren. We got to talk about it. 8 points for her. She's been a bucket. On the other end, we got SGA, Sasha Grant Allen, the defensive force on the back line of this Canadian team. The tallest lady's out here, and she can move her feet for being that tall too. She hadn't had the very best tournament so far yet. We've seen her play much, much better. But still, 6.5 points per. 3.5 rebounds as well for Sasha Fierce. Last 10-minute sprint of pool play action. We'll lock up Pool B over this game. Well, here was all excited for starting, and then the players it got going a little bit too early. That's unfortunate. All smiles though. We good. Go. Fleuren working behind the screen, tries to get it to Cook. West position on Crozon. Cook spinning around, lefty layups off the mark. Now Crozon. Canada swinging quickly. Hoops open under the basket. Cat with the fadies. Fleuren pick and pop action with Cook. Cook now on the drive. She's aggressive to start this game. That lefty layups off the mark as well, though. That is a mismatch. Yeah. The Netherlands have the size to contend with Canada except one position. That's Kiki Fleuter. There's no slouch on defense, but she does give up a ton of height to all these Canadian ladies. They expend a foul here to stop the post up. Cat. Nitty. Canada's on the board first. Some technical stuff here. It'll take a little bit of time. The Dutch do a substitution. So he's locked up to the bench. Sloot goes back out on the court. This is what got the point on the board that we've seen so far. It's Cat Plouffe creating a little bit of separation. Cat, of course, a mainstay on the 3x3 circuit together with her sister Michelle Plouffe for the last few years. Has won the most women's series titles Canada has with Cat. Have won the most women's series titles out of any team here, out of any team in general. Women's team on the women's series finals with 2 dubs. Referees on the table are getting some stuff sorted out. And while they do that, you have some time to hit us up on socials at FIBA 3x3W. Go check out all of the action here, some highlights, as well as that cool collaboration we did with Elle. Hit me up as well at 3x3 to mount. Action's restarted. Difficult pass and snuffed out by SGA, and then SGA's tripped up. Netherlands, 2 fouls in here. Coke jumps and then inadvertently trips up Seisha Grand Allen. Goes on, difficult shot, no make. Defended well by Van der Plas. Now Fleuter's on the move. Contact but no make. Offensive rebound though. Cook now to the basket, and that layup's off the mark. Netherlands looking sharp early in this game when it comes to make. Wow, that just toilet bowls out. 2 laps around the ring and it falls off. 3rd foul in the Netherlands now. Try to play this Canadian team physically. So far the referees are onto them. Give Paige Crozon a chance to step to the free throw stripe. Paige so far in the tournaments, 3.5 points per. Only 1 2-point shot made out of 6 attempts. Go to Slachter off the glass. Second chance opportunity also off the mark. And Canada's obviously done their scouting. They're trying to keep this Dutch team from shooting the 2-ball, as that is their big strength. Fleuter down to Zoe. Slachter with the lefty layup, and the Dutch on the board. Another foul here. That's number 4 in the Netherlands. We're not even 2 minutes in. Pick and roll, surgical play. This is what the Dutch are known for. It's a big part of their identity. This team adds a 2-ball to it. Grand Allen. Spins, can't win. And another foul in the Netherlands as Alyssa van der Plas dives into Plouffe's legs. Hustling for that loose ball. The Netherlands are expending a ton of fouls here early, so keep an eye out for. Front of the basket. Great assist by Crozon, recognizing that mismatch. Crozon now is a mismatch herself against Zoe. And it's Paige Crozon that now expended a foul. Look at the connection though. rebound for Zoe after the miss. Drives into a crowd, gets her Wilson take it. Now Canada with an offensive foul. So while the Dutch expended a lot of fouls early, it's Canada that picked up the last couple. Back to it. And that somehow gets the page. I'm not sure if that was meant to be, but it was meant. Brown. And there goes the whistle again. Netherlands 6 fouls and only 1 point here. Overly physical to start the game, or having a tough time handling this Canadian team. Brown drives into a crowd here, and then Cook with an extended arm. Zoe, that lob pass is tough against the Canadian lane. A lot of deflections from Canada and the Netherlands. Struggle to create some offense. That's gotten us to our first TV timeout. It's been a Canadian game so far. 5-1. And the Dutch have had to foul and foul and foul again to try to stop Canada from scoring even more. Meanwhile, the Netherlands have been stifled from the two-point arc. Canada has done their scouting. They're not giving them any room to operate on the perimeter. Netherlands turn it around. Again, in case of a win on their end, I think they're in second in the pool. In case of a loss, I think they're in third. Canada win will get them to first, I believe. And a Canada loss will, I think, put them out of contention. Anyway. That's for the calculated people back here in the tent. We'll get a graph and then I'll get you updated after the game. Don't worry. Foul and the rebound, or actually a jump ball situation, a rebound there. And the Dutch, they turn it over. Chemistry is not chemistrying right now for the Netherlands under 25 team, struggling against this very experienced Canadian squad. So a bump and a bucket for Kat to score, and 2 free throws coming up, as that's foul number 7 on the Netherlands under 25. Mismatch here with Kiki Fleur, who puts up a fight, maybe slightly overextends her arms there. And now Canada will be at a more advantageous position for the rest of this game, which still lasts a very long time. 6 minutes and 23 seconds to be exact. And Plouffe with a free throw make puts the Canadian lead up to 7 points. Can the Netherlands find offense? This might be the way. Wanted to try from way downtown. Don't make though. What a pass by Kat. Man, Kat and Crozon got more chemistry than a periodic table. SGA with the thievery. Crozon now on the drive. This time clean defense on the Netherlands. They swing it around. Gok's open. She's shown the ability to shoot, but off the mark. Fighting for the ball is pretty much everyone. Jump ball situation. And who was in possession? Because the other team will get the ball. Canada, that is. So the Dutch had possession.
8分的领先优势。
Off the mark. Double foul call.
And a foul.
So we got 10 points and 12 fouls so far. This game seemed more hacking in a lumberyard. The Dutch with no shot clock awareness. With double foul, the shot clock isn't reset, is what referee Gonzalo Bacciaponi is explaining here. That means the Dutch turn it over and Canada will get a fresh possession. High post action here with Plouffe. Plouffe for the midi. No. Sasha traces down the board. Grant Allen. To Plouffe. Plouffe for two. Crozon puts up a long-range shot as well, but the Canadians are missing now. Deflection by the Dutch. Now Brown underneath the basket is cooking for Canada, 10-1. This game is uglier than Lil Wayne. There's on the plus. Finally, the Dutch get a second point. It took them 5 minutes. They are struggling with a capital S. Although Canada do have their 5th foul on the board now. But the Canadian game plan has been simple. Don't let them shoot. They have not. The Dutch are forced to go to the basket and then have to contend with the Canadian length down there. It's not working in their favor. Ooh, that is just off the mark, but now a foul called in the Netherlands again. 9th foul on the Dutch. They're at the double bonus with 4:40 left in the game. And Cassie Brown at the stripe for 2 free throws, one of the better free throw shooters in the field. 91% on the year, and there goes that announcer jinx again. Should stop talking about people shooting free throws. Good, it would look like a good pass, but it's kicked out of bounds. Finally some room for the Netherlands. With the ones they are getting, they're not making. Plus now takes over. Good, way downtown. Shots are getting there from like at least the Enlio logo. Much room to operate for the Netherlands under 25. Specifically Kiki Fleuren, who is undersized, especially in this matchup. Crozon steps back. Canada's got the 2-ball going. We're showing the Dutch how it's done. Fleur down to the plus. Broken up by Crozon. Dutch are used to being a taller team, or at least a more sizable team, and so far, no good. It's a huge lead for Canada, 13-2, as they've ground the Dutch offense to a halt. Have not been able to get anything going, has the Netherlands under 25. Meanwhile, Canada, they've got a couple of twos to go down. They got trickling some scores from one underneath the basket as well. And that is exactly the look you should have in a game like this for the Netherlands. I don't know why Cassie Brown's rolling their eyes like that. They're actually playing good.
BJU.
Now it's Brown who gets a look. Brown for two. And Crozon cleans up the mess. One of the things to keep an eye out is Cassie Brown's two-point percentage. Hasn't knocked down any in the tournament. Meanwhile, she's been a good shooter on the year. 34% from range. But so far, not many twos, if any. A look for Fleur. And it looked like that was deflected. Brown with a good defense. And it's Plouffe now. Canada also unable to get that shot to go down. Midi for Plouffe. And that's bottoms. 15 point for Canada. We're getting closer and closer to that 21-point mark. Netherlands again. So right now in this game, it's all about getting some confidence. We have the quarterfinals coming up, or at least I believe. Brown almost loses to Wilson. And three in the key called as Grant Allen was camping out there. This ain't the Canadian wilderness. This ain't Alberta. Is Alberta nice for camping? I really don't know. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Anyway, if you're watching from Canada, let me know. Go. A look from two, but the Dutch are ice and ice cold in the heat here in Shanghai. Meanwhile, Crozon trying to get one in for Canada. However good Canada's been on defense, their offense has been missing at times, mainly due to the absence of a consistent two-point shot. I like their attacks to the rack, although Plouffe misses in this one. But again, that two ball is so important to create space on the floor for Grant Allen to operate towards the basket, for Plouffe to operate towards the basket. And if it doesn't materialize in a game, it's tough for Canada to get some easy looks. Defense can just kind of swarm them under the basket. And turnovers are also kind of an issue for them. Look, I'm not taking anything away from this dominant display. Their defense has been all that and more. I'm saying we've seen Canada play better on offense than this. From the plus, SGA sends it back. Fleur open for two. It hits the back of the rim. And then from the plus and Brown run into each other. SGA stifling defense under the basket. Top 5 shot blocker on the year is SGA. Fleur is going to continue to shoot it and finally gets one for the Dutch. Throws on, it's broken up. Fades from the midi 1-foot fader, no good. Fleur again, this time finds Zoe Slachter. Ooh, well, second attempt's good. Brown, it's 3-on-2 as Kiki's down. And Plouffe takes advantage. From the corner is Kiki. Kat Plouffe stepping into that mid-range shot. Big part of her game. And Kiki is a lethal gunner, although hasn't been as lethal in this one. But does get one to go down. 40 ticks left before we finish up pool play here in West Bund, Shanghai. Canada is going to pick up a dub here unless a miracle happens. But Canada, I do believe, is going to come out on top of the pool. Nuh-uh. Brown. Cat. And there's no score on the end of that. It's out of bounds. Seisha hustled it down, but it seems to be the Netherlands ball here. Fleur from way downtown. That also no good. Now Crozon's on the move. SGA's open. 1-2 connection right there. And now Zoe also can't do it. And that is it for pool play. Canada take this one in dominant fashion. Their defense really came through in this one. The Dutch, too much physicality to start the game, ran into foul trouble, and Canada come away with a 17-9 victory because of it. Offensively, maybe not the best game Canada's ever played. Defensively, especially for the first 7 minutes, it was a gem. The Dutch couldn't score at all. Take a look at the highlights. You see a lot of Canada early. Anyway, we'll be back right after the highlights, and we'll let you know what else is happening. Don't go anywhere. So that concludes pool play here in Shanghai. We started out with 8 teams. Now we've ended with 6. Those will move on to the knockout rounds, which will be played later on. We got a short break here coming up. And after that, we'll get into the quarterfinals. That action slated to start at 13:25 local time. So I expect you to be there, of course. And take a look at the pool standings first. Canada come out atop in Pool B and get that coveted bye to the semifinals. Then Azerbaijan come out in second. That's due to the individual result between the two teams. Netherlands under 25 actually make it into the quarterfinal rounds. And CS Rapid Bucharest left on the outside. We got some little fans on the court. That's nice. I like it. Anyway, these are your knockout rounds. Azerbaijan meet up with the Ulaanbaatar Amazons, and Spain to get a matchup with the Netherlands under 25. And you can see the Netherlands and Canada out there waiting in the semifinals. The action is non-stop today, and some heavyweight matchups coming up. Possible rematch of the Europe Cup finals between Azerbaijan and Netherlands in case Azerbaijan takes care of Ulaanbaatar. Who knows? Anyway, look, the action is slated to start at 13:30 today. Tune in. I'll be live 13:25. I'll expect to see you there. Take a little break, get a little rest, and get back here. I'll see you there.